Hello and welcome back to our frequently asked questions video series where we tackle some of the concerns raised with the mental health practitioners at the Arnprior District Family Health Team regarding COVID-19 and mental health. My name is Kylie Shibley and I'll be going through the third question of this series today. For those of you who are watching this video series for the first time, just briefly, the reason why we compiled this series was because we thought that many of the questions that were being raised with the mental health practitioners and social workers at the Arnprior District Family Health Team are likely also concerns that have been brought forward with the rest of the public. So we thought we would share our knowledge regarding some of these concerns. So during each video, we concentrate on one frequently asked question, communicate how we understand the question, and then answer the question to the best of our knowledge and provide some helpful suggestions that you can use to help manage that concern. The question this week is, I have never experienced issues with anxiety like this before. Is this normal? And this is how we understand the question. First of all, it is only natural to feel anxious when presented with a threat that we cannot control. This, in fact, is an adaptive response to stress. When we are presented with a threat, our body and mind react by sounding the alarm, and we either kick into gear and try to confront the threat, or we retreat or freeze. And so, in reality, this response is necessary for survival. The problem is with the COVID-19 pandemic, it's created a situation where we are aware of the real consequences associated with the virus, yet we feel a loss of control over what we can do about it. And then finally, we're being put in a constant state of alert as we are consistently presented with reminders on the news, social media, and through conversations with friends and family. So yes, it is completely normal to be feeling more anxious than usual. The good news is there are actions that you can take to minimize those feelings of anxiety. So the first step is accepting that things are beyond our control in many aspects when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic. So once you allow yourself to kind of let go of trying to control everything, it then gives you permission to direct your focus on the things that you can control in relation to COVID-19. So these include engaging in self-care behaviors such as hand washing and physical distancing, and really just following those public health guidelines that have been brought forward. Furthermore, spending time focusing on aspects of your life that give you a sense of control and ownership might reduce feelings of helplessness. So this can include sticking to a daily routine and having a list of things that you'd like to accomplish in a day, setting time aside to engage in activities that bring you peace and calm, maybe putting an exercise regimen in place. So there are several actions that you can take that really help you recognize that you do have control in your day-to-day living. And then finally, although it is very important to be informed, it is also important to focus on your mental health and well-being. And this might mean allowing yourself time away from information surrounding the pandemic. So allowing your mind and body some distance from that constant stream of information that's being thrown at us. And as previously mentioned, it is an adaptive response to stress to feel anxiety and fear in relation to a threat. However, the more that we are kind of presented with information regarding that threat, the more we're at risk of actually misperceiving how severe that threat actually is, or in this case, our risk of actually catching the virus or becoming seriously ill from the virus. So being able to try to keep things in perspective, that kind of comes with having, informed knowledge, but also giving yourself a break from that constant stream of information. So actions that you can take to do this, you can create pandemic-free zones. So this is where you don't discuss coronavirus, or you don't explore the topic at all. So maybe you agree that when you're in the car, you're not going to listen to news radio, or you're not going to talk about the pandemic, and make that your space away from COVID-19. Or maybe it could be when you're sitting out in the backyard, or when you're out for your walk, that's kind of your break away from it. You can also set boundaries with friends and families, so letting them know ahead of time that you're finding it's really inducing feelings of anxiety, and that you prefer not to discuss it. So say like, yes, I would love to have that Zoom date with you, but can we agree that we'll kind of just talk about, maybe ways that we're coping in our day-to-day, things that we're doing that have maybe changed as a result of the pandemic, but not focusing on the threat and the fear that's associated with what's to come and what we can no longer have control over, and so forth. And last but certainly not least, remember to be self-compassionate and don't be ashamed to reach out for support. So be gentle with yourself and allow yourself to experience emotions without engaging in self-blame. These are unusually challenging circumstances, and it's only natural to feel out of sorts and more anxious than usual. But if you're finding that the anxiety is interfering with other aspects in your life, such as sleep, diet, and relationships, then don't hesitate to seek support. The fact that you're watching this video shows that you are interested in caring for yourself, and you should be congratulated for taking this first step. So thank you for giving yourself this time to listen to this video. I hope that you found some of this information useful, and we look forward to bringing you the next frequently asked question next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.